policies for corrupt...
You want me to go into a contradiction? No, I'm not
I'm
into
not.
contradiction.
I'm asking you...
I made the
Let me finish my question
differentiation right at the start. Right at the start.
Exactly, sir. That's why I'm asking, I'm wondering if you're differentiating means that you will have different policies for corrupt and honest journalists. And if there are two different policies, how would you know
No,
a corrupt
no.
journalist from an honest journalist
It
after
is
the fact
not,
that they have died?
it does not behoove upon me to distinguish between an honest and a corrupt journalist. Sa inyo yan, hindi sa akin. Malaman ko na lang yan, yung pinatay ka na, tapos ang hawak-hawak mo siya pati kunting pera. Di mo ba alam yan? Mabuti alam mo. Hindi ko problema to distinguish between Carol Argelies, a dedicated journalist for so long, and mababait silang lahat dito. Wala akong maituro. Let's go outside. Malaman mo yung mga journalist na tarantado? Alam mo bakit? At the end of the day, they are there drinking. Walang ginawa yung kundi mag-inom. A lot of them. Ngayon they go drinking. Tapos pasok ng mga bar, maghanap ng patron. Pwede mo bang sagutin itong iniinom namin? Plenty. Hindi naman niya sabihin na nagbigay ako dahil because of humanitarian reasons. It does not form part of the of your journalist or my being public office.
From the Inquirer, Tara Quismundo.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Good
ma'am. Sorry.
Good evening, sir. Sir, bae ako, sir. Sir, you said kanina...
Lalaki kasi naghawak eh.
Sir,
Hindi naman nakatingin.
magandang gabi, sir. Sir, you said kanina na you seem to have this aversion to attention, to public attention in general, and you are discouraging us now to cover you. And you said that you will even conduct your governance sub rosa, sir. So how do we then protect transparency? And I mean, there have been concerns about you winning the presidency because there have been questions about not cheating, but without journalism.
That is your problem. You're the one who threatened me that you will boycott.
Sir, it wasn't us who boycotted you. It was just a call of one organization. It
Oh, well,
wasn't us who...
I was also just answering the question.
Yeah, it
Pag
wasn't...
sinabi nilang mag-boycott yung mga, then fine, you go. Wala problema sa akin. If you want to stay, fine. Hindi ko naman sinasabi. Sinabi ko lang kayong umalis na kayo at huwag na kayong bumalik. Pero yung bumalik ka dito to do a story, this is a free country. Yun lang ang yung sagot ko kasi ayaw ko yung tinatakot ako ng ganon. Kasi nasabi ko nga noon pa right at start the press campaign, I will not die
Okay.
if I do not become the president.
So what is the guarantee then that this administration will show respect to legitimate journalism?
I have showed respect for all of you. I was just retorting to a threat na ayaw na ninyong ang mga journal ayaw na mag-cover sa akin. Fine. I cannot force you to do what you do not want.
Okay. Sir, just one other follow-up on the issue that she raised. Sir, because the jokes, and you have said before that sometimes, not to take you too seriously, and you liberally banter with reporters, you make jokes, some are suggestive. So what can the women of this country expect from your administration as well?
Women?
Yes. Your policy on the rights of women.
Seems to be the problem with me. Why did you bring it up?
No, because there was an issue that yesterday, what happened after the press conference, sir, with the catcalling that invited heavy criticism online. That's just the reason why I am asking it,
Anong
sir.
sinabi ko about women?
Sir, yung incident lang din po with police. Yeah. The whistling that you clarified earlier, that it was taken to be suggestive. Of course, the people have different interpretations.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you're especially if you sell in public, you are speculating whether you are the one. It needs to be a control. ikajoli. Maria, ang ganda mo. Ano. There has to be something like really inviting the sexual undertones. Pero kung mag-whistling lang ako, that is that kind of thing is intruding into constitutional grounds. Freedom of expression. If you are a beautiful woman at sabihin mo the whistling is directed at a woman, and when I say, what am I doing? I am suggesting a sexual intercourse. Do you think that would be the meaning? Or would you want that I'd like to fondle you? I'm expressing something. You overextend the dimensions of marami kayo. Magsabi ako ngayon, no? O sino matamaan ko? Ako tanongin mo, I'm whistling at Ignacio. Why? Because we were friends. Oh. Pumayat ka na, mataba ka noon, ngayon nag-slim ka. I can do that because we are friends. More than friends, actually. Oh.
Call on Mario Dumawal,
Elaborate, serious friends.
ABS-CBN.
Okay.
Mario muna, si
Sige,
Mario
Chris. Go ahead. Mr. President, light lang ako. I'm glad to meet you. Bumalik ako sa Davao to cover the Thanksgiving concert. Ang tanong ko lang po, bakit napo niyo si Freddy Aguilar at bakit masyadong inspired kayo sa ipaglalaban?
You know,
Was there a particular point in your life na
yes.
malaki yung hugot niyo doon sa kanya?
Yes. That guy is a nationalist. His love of country shows the way he uses the song in his messaging. It's always about corruption and what ails this country, the social injustice. And when I invited him to sing for us many years ago, I was a young mayor then. I became mayor.
I think as OIC Vice Mayor, no?
Bumilib ako sa kanya and I asked him to just stay behind, sabi ko, and let's just talk, have coffee. But we ended up drinking until the wee hours of the morning. But we talked a lot about what is this country? What seems to be wrong? From what I've gathered, really, from the talks I had with him several times, he's a singer with a social conscience. And look at the messages that's the new one is yung ipaglaban kita. That is an old song. He just changed the lyrics actually.
Bakit yung naging favorite song niyo yun? Ang kwento sa akin ni Ka Freddy, favorite song niyo yun from 1980s pa.
Ay ang kanyang favorite song ko sa kanya, Anak. Kasi nung narinig ko yan, nagtino na ako ng konti. Alam mo, 7 years ako sa high school. Baka 7 years rin ako sa college, naloko na. So I tried to just, and it would give you, hindi naman melancholia, but it's something of remembering a childhood and the sacrifices of the parents. I'm a stickler for, hindi mo lang ninyo alam, but I'm stickler for values actually. Ganun lang ako magsalita, but kayo lang naman nagbaga mga taga Maynila, mga taga Davao, alam nila yan. Kuha nila. Kaya sabi ko, when you are in doubt, kasi I am doubt joking. Of course I'm joking. When I said that after taking my oath of office, I'll deliver a 5-minute address, it's preposterous. If it borders to credulity and you know, sabi ko, tanongin mo yung, ask the fellow on your side from Davao, what is he up to? Is he joking or is he telling the truth?
Last question, Mayor. Ano ang special number nyo sa Thanksgiving concert?
Wala, I do not sing. I'm not a singer. I do not dance because sabihin ng mga taga-bay nila, women's abuse yan. Maybe I'll just deliver a few words like, or sing one song. Ikaw. Ikaw ang dahilan sa lahat ng kataranda. I'm really fond of joking actually. I can cut it right in the middle. You have to, hindi nga sila, kahit yung mga taga-Maynila ng Himagod, and they are simply outraged. Ay, pasensya kayo. I said, if you do not like me, so be it. I do not like you also. If there's mga kolumnista, if you keep on, well, I'll answer you one of these days. Just give me enough time also to make my own. Then I'll tell you what's wrong with you also.
Christian Esguerra of ANC.
Sir, good evening. Sir, during the last press conference, you served warning to the Supreme Court not to...
No, excuse me. I did not, I meant the judiciary.
Judiciary.
Not the Supreme
Sige,
Court
sir.
because...
So regarding the TROs, parang how do you guard yourself against the possibility that you would be absorbed in your own power? Kasi parang, di ba, you have this system of checks and balances. You said during that press conference, once you vetted a particular project, it means there's no corruption already. So no need for them to...
Yes.
So, yun nga, sir, how do you guard yourself against the possibility that you're abusing yourself?
Many a project of this country has been delayed with the enormous challenge of TROs. Alam ko maraming TROs. Paski dito, sa amin na, alam mo, yung losing bidder, and he thinks that there's something which he can harp on to you know, it's always na kasali na lang ako o hati na lang tayo dyan. Parang ganon, to pressure. It's the name of the game is pressure actually. Na pag natalo ako, hati na lang tayo. O kaya, bayaran mo ako para ikaw muna. Totoo yan, ha? Yung losing bidder, magsabi, bayaran mo ako. Give me something so that I will withdraw my position. Gano'n yan. You ask yan. I suggest that you go to the mga nagko-contract ng project.
Sir, I'm aware of that. Pero ang point ko lang dito, you have this system of checks and balances in the government. But so far, you're sounding as though parang you have this full control of parang may aura of omniscience na eh. Di ba? Parang you don't want to be checked by the other branches.
I said do not go into this mess of being paid and issuing the TRO. It's business actually. I am looking at the other side of the coin, the wrong side. I cannot go after the righteous path. And as a lawyer and somebody who has maybe the grasp of it when I become, I can always ask. Wala kang makinarya, and if you win, ipapasa mo lang, ang kapital mo, laway lang. Those are the things that they do. Negosyo. O sige, mag-withdraw ako, maghingi ka. Tapos yun, anong makinarya mo? Mayroon kang isang traktor, 2 pala. So yung mga ganon, what I'd be going after is not really yung tama. Because you need not really have the checks and balances kung tama lang natin. You are there to put a stop to this nefarious activity of delaying projects just because you lost the bidding. And there are a lot of ways doing it and getting money out of it. That's what I'm after.
Sir, finally, kanina former Defense Secretary Gabo Chodoro was here. Did you offer him another cabinet position?
No, wala. I just give me the advice. I offered him the Defense Department, but ayaw niya. But he came here just to give his 6 cents advice of the hard coming days. Sabi niya, hindi ka pa nga notice that hindi pa ako take off. Marami na akong, there seems to be, I said, a lot of, hindi naman quarrels, but A problem there, with my statement. I will not stop bullshitting people when I think that I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I said, so be it. So what's your problem? I won't read your newspaper anyway, and I do not to listen to. There's a TV network there, hindi na ako nagkikinig. And maybe I tell na, huwag kayong makinig dyan because pera lang yan sila. Sabi nga, alam mo, gusto to eh. But it's correct. It's mga advertising. But you should not answer it to somebody putting you to task for your responsibility in responsible journalism.
Last questioner, Ms. Edith Regado, Philippine Star.
Salamat. Kanina pa ako naghintay sa iyo. Natutulog na ako. Ikaw yung pumipikit ng mata.
Okay, good evening po, sir. I understand there are still the departments of health, in the trade and industry, tourism and environment, DNR. Wala ka pa rin na ano?
No, he's coming. He's, I think, a resident of the United States. He's retired, an executive sa one of the multinationals. Medyo bata pa. And he's coming back. Ang isang, hindi ko talaga nang hinayang ito ng nalagayan na. So, si Willie naman, hindi ko na, Willie Wong, hindi ko naman, Admiral yun sa Navy. If you notice, puro military ito sila. Ito si Ed, pati si John Galvante. At yung isa namang katabi nila, New People's Army yan siya. So, okay lang kami dito sa gobyerno. We're fine. Ganun lang ang buhay. Merong let me just also put my 2 cents. I know that it is not new if I get criticism, especially mixing up with the right or the left. But in this country has suffered so much debts and money for defense and for the NPAs, rigorous of revolutionary tactics, which would prevent people from going up and develop the land there, and the killings, and it has never stopped. At meron bang mga sa military which are vehemently against it. So I asked them, when shall we stop? When is the right thing to correct? Just like the MN. You know very well that before Magellan came in 1521, Mindanao was already Islam. And most of us here who migrated because of the clarion call of the Americans to go to Mindanao because it is the land of promise. It was not really the correct. It was because they could not find workers, and the Moro were not ready to work under the Americans. Because most of the Americans who came here were Christians, and the original inhabitants are the Moro, or who were or are Muslims, Islam. So how do you solve this problem? We are here, they are here. I have to look for a way of doing it. Otherwise, we'd have to pass on to the next generation the fighting. And ang problema sa akin is I come from a mixed blood. And I have a family who are Islam. A line of my family, my grandchildren. And on the other line, my grandchildren are Christians. So what do I do? Let this just pass it. Palang dribble the problem until such time that pass it on to the next generation. Kawawa ang bayan natin. And the sad part is that we are all Filipinos. Well, at least we are called after Magellan came here. Philip, they call the Philippines because we are subjects of Philip. But that did not sit well with the Islam in Mindanao simply because they cannot be the subject of a Christian king. Hindi sila pwede tawagin Pilipino. No self-respecting murot at bigla mo tanongin. Pero yung Filipino? Me? No. Ano? Maranaw. Tausog. Muslim. Me? Muslim. That's the answer that you'd get. So, let us try to find out a way of stopping all these wars and we come up with a nation that's only one. And I would never agree to any, never, I will not agree to any breakage of this country.
Sir, follow-up question lang po sa question ko sa the last press con. On the matter on the PCSO, may napili na po ba kayo?
I'm looking for another Galbante and isa pa yan.
So will you change certain sir, yung mechanism in yung charity work
grabe
niyan?
Sa lahat yan. They were able to mix the illegal games to the yung loto.
You said earlier that you're going to find somebody who's a verdugo to head PCSO.
I want somebody who would kill at first instance.
Kill at
I want all those guys there who are corrupt dead. So I want a chief. If you commit one mistake, he'd shoot you. That's a figure of speech, actually. It is a figure. Bakit ka man batay mo agad at first instance? Alam mo, pinaka-corrupt yan. Maghanap ko ng tao na talagang humihirit yan. Kung sabihin na whole shoot, na literally shoot, ipakulong mo, di maghanap ko na naman ng bagong jeep. Ano? It borders into preposterous statement, outlandish, if you may. Huwag naman yung kagatin yan. So, what is it? He's just looking for somebody who can control. And that is a very hard thing to do. Sa LTO, took me several days to really ponder who can handle. But one of the pinaka-stricto na dumaan dito sa nakita ko na opisyal, please, General Bante. Kasi mag-upo yan siya sa sopa dito. Ang aid niya doon, kalahating puwit, mahulog na kalahati lang. Kalahati lang nakaupo. Ganon katakot yung... nabutan ko siya sa airport. Sabi ko, oy, General, nandito siya, nag-upo. Nandito ako. Yung aid niya, nakita ko, papalit pa ako. Doon sa dulo, kalahating puwit lang ang nakasangit doon sa yung kalahati. Well, they will have a taste of it actually in the coming days. But most of yan sila, Morente is general. General yan si Morente. Dumaan yan dito, RD. Kagaya sa nauna lang si General Galvante. Morente, si Lania, Koy wala kasi nag-overtake siya si he was there. Si taga Davao yan, who'll head sa Nika si Monteagudo. Puro mo sa yan. I can assure, I said. I have nothing to inquire news the way, no. Kasi I can assure you that all of us who are selected are really men of goodwill and honesty. I am dismayed almost kasi yung kalangay ito mangyari, they commit mistakes. If you are a depositor, or if you are a member of the SSS, and you have not really bothered or maybe asked for any statement of your accounts, Be careful. Lalo anitong private SSS. Because makita, if they say that you have not really touched or even care to look for a statement of what you have, contribution mo. Somebody, marami yan, just like the GSIS, hiram yan sa pera man, and they would falsify everything. And just like the GSIS, the widow or whoever the beneficiary would go there, it would take them eternity. It would take them eternity to have the records corrected. And by the time the money is released, both SSS and GSIS, the beneficiary, usually the widow, is already dead. That's one that I want corrected immediately. Second, is itong mga widow. Both army and lalo na yung police. They should not be going to Manila to follow up the claims sa kanilang asawa. Total computer naman, there should be an office. Bakit sila pa maghingi ng kanilang years of service, certification, or even the name, or yung death record ng death penalty? Naalaman nila yung police kung sinong namatay sa kanila. Why do we do have to go there? There is an office there in every region who take care of everything. The widow or the beneficiaries or the children of the dead soldier or policeman will only have to go there, identify themselves to be the true and accurate beneficiaries, and the money released to them immediately. Bakit pa sila magpunta? And they have to reconstruct everything. Years of service, anak ka ng... Di hanapin mo yan doon sa record. Akala ko ba computer yan? I do not want anybody, and that would include in every office, I do not want queuing. They go there, they submit their application papers, then I do not want it received by the computer. I want it received by the clerk. She or he has to sign there. Receive from Rodrigo Duterte the following application. Papirmahin mo. I do not want computer because they can erase it. Then you give her a stub or whatever. Yung, be back on this month, on this day, at this hour, and you will have your paper. Whether it is really approved or disapproved. Wala nang follow-up. I do not want Filipinos lying under the heat of the sun. I do not want it. Lahat yan sa professional regulations, statistics, Bureau of Statistics, census and statistics, no more. Huh? I'm sure yes, I would be able to correct that. Yes, I is a son of a poor man also. He knows the rigors and travails of a poor person. Kaya ko pinili, walang mayaman dyan. Ang mangyaman dyan, si Joel Maglungsod lang. Mayaman ang hindi.
All right, the press conference is ended.
Yes. Sige na lang, oh. Baka...
Excuse me, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Ano
Sir Jerome
ito?
Morales from Reuters.
Let me ask you, is this a press con o convention?
Sir. Yes. Sir Jerome Morales from Reuters. Sir, very quick lang. You met the Chinese ambassador twice in less than a month. What are the initiatives that we are expecting from the two governments, and what's so important with this talk,
The
sir?
first time he sent, he delivered to me a letter that was sent to them, came from Jinping, congratulating me. This time, in his capacity as ambassador.
Right.
Ora mismo ang sinabi sa akin, ipabasa yung papel.
I see. So what are the initiatives
Just
that
like
we
the
expect?
Japanese consul. The guy that came here, emissary lang yun eh. I have yet to receive the ambassador. He was just a special emissary from Abe,
I see.
the premier of Japan.
I see. What were the key issues that were discussed, sir?
No,
if any?
I refuse to discuss about ito mga China siya. It's something which is also dependent on the development of arbitration case we filed. Violation of UNCLOS. I cannot talk to them about anything until I get hold of that verdict, whether it's favorable or it's not. Because then I confirm our position. But there will never be an instance where we will surrender our right over the Scarborough Shoal. That is not a territorial issue. It is an issue about being obstructed or impeded because of the constructions there, and we cannot exercise freely the right under the UNCLOS of 200 kilometers economic zone that is exclusive for us.
Mr. President, just a quick question. Last month, you called on the telcos to improve connectivity, or else you will open the industry for competition. Recently, PLDT and Globe bought out the assets of San Miguel for $1.5 billion. How do you view this deal? Is it? Do you think this will improve the?
Matagal na yan kay Ramonang. Ito yung panghigop. It's actually an equipment na panghigop ng linya. That is also one facet of our life that I am quite not satisfied because of the connectivity problems. Well, I was just saying that if you cannot improve on the services, that's what I said, I would readily agree to the coming in of foreign players. So also with the energy. And today, yung Deputy Director ng Commissioner of National Telecommunications.
Sir, do you think this deal will improve connectivity?
Yes, they say, sabi ng mga engineer, yes.
Okay.
Sabi ng mga may alam, wala akong alam dyan.
So you would not, you don't have any
I would like to
objections?
give them the chance to just improve. Or else, just let in the foreign competition. It will bring them maybe to a better service and mawala yung if you allow competition, it is always healthy. But too much competition would also kill the industry.
These are its representative.
Good evening, Mr. President. I'm Bing Habada from the Daily Manila Shimbun. Sir, Mr. Kawai, a special advisor to the Japanese Prime Minister, meet with you today. May we know what was the letter content that he personally delivered to you, sir?
About the most of the time we talked about the assistance that JECA is being extended to our country by the Japanese, and the other projects about environmental issues. And along that line, they said they would be ready to give us a soft loan to get the equipment that we need to help bring down the carbon footprints.
Sir, sir, follow-up question, sir. Sir, can you give us an update po regarding po dun sa preliminary talk po niyo with the NTF?
Tanungin mo lang si itong NTF dito.
Nikki Flores. Flores.
Check.
Sir, Zaya Capistrano po for Davao Today. Sabi po ng NPA, nakunan daw po nila ng shabu, yung pong
Correct.
chief of police.
I was talking to Queen, the guy there who's in charge. He would not lie to me.
Ano pong magiging action?
Sabi niya na nahulihan daw na because they raided the station because of the numerous complaints of the residents in that area, in that municipality, that shabu was being parlayed over there by the policemen. And so I said he would not lie to me. Are you telling me the truth? Yes, that's the only reason why we attacked the... Sabi niya, so what do we do, Mayor? So, we'll do You have a kangaroo court there. You try him and sentence him to 20 years hard labor.
Hindi nyo na po siya kukunin po sa NPA.
Ayoko. Kaya yung last time nga, may ganon rin, may sa army, gusto kong ihulog sa helicopter. But I discovered it when we were already, sinabi, binulong sa akin ng sundalo na, sir, nahulihan niya ng Cebu.
Pearl Gahondera.
I said I'd be harsh in dealing with drugs. I'm sorry for that guy. I leave his fate to the NPAs. Sabi
Pearl?
niyo, galit ako sa droga eh.
Pearl?
With the allegation of the NPAs that Corazon Malañaon and Nelson Dayanghirang already know about the illegal drug activities of the police station in Governor Generoso, but they didn't do anything to stop it.
Well, I suppose so. Basta ako dito, alam ko rin, I know the extent of the drug distribution here. But I said, I have always been harsh. Take it or leave it. You gamble with your life if you do drugs in this city.
As the incoming president, as you sit down to your office, what are you going to do with this kind of politicians who do not stop illegal drugs?
Well, I call their attention. There are other ways of doing it. And but I need proof, actually. And somebody to make the accusation. I cannot on my own motu proprio initiate anything there. For all I know, baka mag-dive ako. It might really be true that there is but who's doing the distribution? You know, there's a rule in criminal law which says that mere association with a person who has a crime to answer does not make you an accessory. Mere association is not enough to hang the guy. But the problem is, I said, it behooves it falls upon the person, the mayor, and the... Pero ito, ganito na lang. I will try to come up with good measures. I said, I'm going to stop, hindi naman stop, suppress drugs within 3 to 6 months. I understand, I was informed last night, may kotse daw na nahuli na iniwan sa Maynila with 10 kilos of Cebu. Saan yung nag-drive pati yung iniwan nila? Oh, really? Iniwan nila, ha? No, good. Well, I said I'll be harsh.
Ayan, Mayor.
Good evening,
Is he
Mayor.
present?
The police in Manila already been conducting police operations against drugs and curfew on minors. Are you satisfied with how they're doing it?
What the law empowers them to do, they can do it and they can have my protection. Everybody in government who works diligently, true to his sworn duty, police, military, and everything, I will protect them.
Mayor, a while ago you met with the Korean ambassador, and I understand there was an offer also to support the Philippine National Police, particularly on the logistics. Will this in your...
Welcome it. We would welcome it.
How will it help fight against...
Well, depends on it will depend on what is the purpose of the equipment. If it is really for there's the new thing that they can smell, actually, chemicals of Cebu. It's an electronic thing, and if you place it there as maybe as a checkpoint, it can the molecules of the chemical can give you away. It can smell just like a dog, but it can never replace the canine na aso.
From the Manila Standard, John Paolo.
Hi, sir. Good evening. Sir, the Interior Department is planning to is looking on probable cause if there are probable causes, sir, on the rape joke, sir, that was filed by the CHR if it's forwarded to them. Sir, would there be any reactions from your camp and
Ano to, Pinay?
the Interior Department, sir, is planning to investigate if there are probable causes, sir, on the rape joke charges, sir, that is currently in the CHR. Are you planning to file any counter affidavit or count?
I will not waste my time. Actually, wala namang ano doon. It was I said, a narration of an actual event. It's, if I do not have the tape now, or well, I do not have it now, a lot, hindi ikaw, but a lot of you were there present. Carol was there. Ayun, sa likod mo, yung babae niya, no? And they would tell you what happened. And the mga cameramen na buhay pa. I do not have to mention the name of the network kasi galit ako sa kanila. No, not galit. Terribly disappointed sa kanila.
Yes, sir.
Kaya sasabi na ayaw na mag-cover. Adi, mas maganda. Galit na ako sa inyo. Di, welcome. Sorry.
Sir, yes, sir. Mark Kayabyab, sir, from Inquirer.net. Sir, you've mentioned, of course, Pala, journalist, whose murder remains unsolved until now. Yes,
correct.
Under your administration, do we see justice being seen for
sir,
the slain journalist?
I have the suspect. Sabi ko yung may umiyak na tao. Welcome. There were 4 of us. ABS-CBN. One came from dito sa gobyerno. Saan si Alinio? Tago agad dyan eh. Takot eh. He was there.
Would you be willing to use your powers as president to have him arrested for that murder?
Wala na ako yan. No more witness eh. Ang nakita namin, iyak lang eh. What ang iyak will do to connect him to the case. He was exercise. And the guy who was a criminal, actually. Pala was a criminal. True and true. Extortion lahat. May rape ang gago. Eventually, mamamatay rin talaga yun. However you defend him in the name of, in thy name, journalism.
Christy Casilagan, where are you? Christy?
Good evening. I'm from Sunshine Media. I would like to ask, Cabinet Secretary, NEDA Secretary Pernia is recommending Lenny for the National Anti-Poverty Commission. Would you allow this?
There's an office. Is recommending to fill it up.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking for the left. The recommendees from the left side. I'll give it to them. One of the departments that I'm willing to concede to them. Anti-poverty. Naghihintay ko. I want to give it to a woman. The left. From the left. Coming from the left.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the press conference is
yes,
ended.
sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Cedric Castillo po, GMA7. Sir, baka na-discuss earlier, but let me just ask, sir. Your comments on, or your reaction to comments that how you are behaving is unbecoming a president, sir.
Bahala. I am not the president.
President-elect.
Oh, na pa yan. Maghintay kayo. I'm really a rude person. I'm enjoying my time as a rude person. I am not the president. If I die tomorrow, what are they talking about? But when I become a president, when I take my oath of office, if you want a conduct more in keeping with the dignity of the office, ibang istorya yan. But I'm not the president.
So on July 1, sir, we will see a different Rodrigo Duterte.
It will be a metamorphosis.
A complete change, sir. Cover.
Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen of the media who are here, you know, when I get to be president, I have to tone down on my cursing, you know, that would be a past. It's going to be history. I have to concentrate more on what happens to this country and to develop it, press along the way. And there's a lot of things which I have to do to complete there's the talks that I would have had with the insurgency problem of the Communist Party of the Philippines, and one guy who would be really play a significant role would be on this guy on the left side sitting with the military. And then again, I have to go to maybe even as president, I have to go to Holo because if Miswari thinks that he has been ignored, then I can assure him that the Republic would be ready to talk to him about peace. And when I come back, I would address you in a very polite manner. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir.
Something like that. Yes.
I have a follow-up question, sir. Right now, sir, are you being serious, or is this falling under preposterous?
No,
Right now?
no. I'm telling you how I would behave.
Yes, sir.
I said it's gonna there's gonna be metamorphosis in the mind. It's suddenly for a caterpillar, it blossoms into a butterfly, and tumahimik ka dyan.
Thank you for your presence.
Policies for corrupt.
You want me to go into a contradiction? No, I'm not into contradiction.
I'm asking you.
I made the
let me finish my question
differentiation right at the start. Right at the start.
Exactly, sir. That's why I'm asking. I'm wondering if your differentiating means that you will have different policies for corrupt and honest journalists. And if there are two different policies, how would you know a corrupt journalist from an honest journalist after the fact that they have died?
It does not behoove upon me to distinguish between an honest and a corrupt journalist. Sa inyo yan, hindi sa akin. Malaman ko na lang yan, yung pinatay ka na, tapos ang hawak-hawak mo siya pati kunting pera. Hindi mo ba alam yan? Mabuti alam mo. Hindi ko problema to distinguish between Carol Argelies, a dedicated journalist for so long, and mababait silang lahat dito. Wala akong maituro. Let's go outside. Malaman mo yung mga journalist na tarantado? Alam mo bakit? At the end of the day, they are there drinking. Walang ginawa yung kundi mag-inom. A lot of them. Ngayon they go drinking. Tapos pasok ng mga bar, maghanap ng patron. Pwede mo bang sagutin itong iniinom namin? Plenty. Pwede naman niya sabihin na nagbigay ako dahil because of humanitarian reasons. It does not form part of your journalist. Very beautiful woman, at sabihin mo whistling is directed at a woman, and when I say, what am I doing? I am suggesting sexual intercourse. Do you think that would be the meaning? Or would you want that I'd like to fondle you? I'm expressing something. You overextend the dimensions of marami kayo. Magsabi ako ngayon, no? O sino matamaan ko? Ako tanongin mo, I'm whistling at Ignacio. Why? Because we were friends. Oh. Pumayat ka na, mataba ka noon, nag-slim ka. I can do that because we are friends. More than friends, actually. Oh.
Call on Mario Dumawal,
Elaborate, serious friends.
ABS-CBN.
Okay.
Mali muna, si
Sige,
Mali
Chris. Go ahead. Mr. President, light lang ako. I'm glad to meet you. Bumalik ako sa Davao to cover the Thanksgiving concert. Ang tanong ko lang po, bakit napo niyo si Freddy Aguilar at bakit masyadong inspired kayo sa ipagkalaban?
You know,
Was there a particular point in your life na...
Yes, okay, fine. I cannot force you to do what you do not want.
Okay. Sir, just one other follow-up on the issue that she raised. Sir, because the jokes, and you have said before that sometimes, not to take you too seriously, and you liberally banter with reporters, you make jokes, some are suggestive. So what can the women of this country expect from your administration as well?
Women?
Yes. Your policy on the rights of women.
Oh, seems to be the problem with me. Why did you bring it up?
No, because there was an issue that yesterday, that what happened after the press conference, sir, with the catcalling that invited heavy criticism online. That's just the reason why I am asking it,
Anong
sir.
sinabi ko about women?
Sir, yung incident lang din po with police. Yeah. The whistling that you clarified earlier, that it was taken to be suggestive. Of course, the people have different interpretations.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you're especially if you whistle in public, you are speculating whether you are the one. It needs to be a cajole. A cajole. Maria, ang ganda mo. There has to be something like really inviting the sexual undertones. Pero kung mag-whistling lang ako, that is that kind of thing is intruding into constitutional grounds. Freedom of expression. If you are my being public office.
From the Inquirer, Tara Quismundo.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Sir, bae ako, sir. Sir, you said kanina...
Lalaki kasi naghawak eh.
Sir.
Hindi naman nakatingin.
Magandang gabi, sir. Sir, you said kanina na you seem to have this aversion to attention, to public attention in general, and you are discouraging us now to cover you. And you said that you will even conduct your governance sub rosa, sir. So how do we then protect transparency? And I mean, there have been concerns about you winning the presidency because there have been questions about not cheating, but without journalism.
That is your problem. You're the one who threatened me that you will boycott.
Sir, it wasn't us who boycotted you. It was just a call of one organization. It
wasn't
us who...
I was also just answering the question.
Yeah, it
pag
wasn't...
sinabi nilang mag-boycott yung mga, then fine, you go. Wala problema sa akin. If you want to stay, fine. Hindi ko naman sinasabi. Sinabi ko lang kayong umalis na kayo at huwag na kayong bumalik. Pero yung bumalik ka dito to do a story, this is a free country. Yun lang ang yung sagot ko kasi ayaw ko yung tinatakot ako ng ganon. Kasi nasabi ko nga noon pa right at start the campaign, I will not die.
Okay.
If I do not become the president.
Sir, what is the guarantee then that this administration will show respect to legitimate journalism?
I have showed respect for all of you. I was just retorting to a threat na ayaw na ninyong ang mga journal ayaw na mag-cover sa us. Yes.
Malaki yung hugot niyo doon sa kanila.
Yes. That guy is a nationalist. His love of country shows the way he uses the song in his messaging. It's always about corruption and what ails this country, the social injustice. And when I invited him to sing for us many years ago, I was a young mayor then. I became mayor.
I think as OIC vice mayor, no?
Bumilib ako sa kanya and I asked him to just stay behind, sabi ko, and let's just talk, have coffee. But we ended up drinking until the wee hours of the morning. But we talked a lot about ano yung what is this country? What seems to be wrong? From what I've gathered really from the talks I had with him several times, he's a singer with a social conscience. And look at the messages that's the new one is yung ipaglaban kita. That is an old song. He just changed the lyrics actually.
Bakit yung naging favorite song niyo yun? Ang kwento sa akin ni Ka Freddy, favorite song niyo yun from 1980s pa.
Ay ang kanyang favorite song ko sa kanya, Anak. Kasi nung narinig ko yan, nagtino na ako ng konti. Alam mo, 7 years ako sa high school. Baka 7 years rin ako sa college, naloko na. So I tried to just, and it would give you, hindi naman melancholia, but it's something of remembering a childhood and the sacrifices of the parents. I'm a stickler for, hindi mo lang